Hello everyone and welcome and thank you for joining our DA Academy webinar, where today we're going to find out what it takes to become a voice interaction designer. I'm Jason, your host. Let's get straight into it. Today we're going to be covering a number of aspects around voice interaction design, including voice interfaces, benefits, adoptions and market trends, paths into voice interaction design, the required skills, the roles and the salary, and then the goals and the next steps on your journey. Everywhere we look, digital assistants are around us. Voice assistants such as Siri, Google Assistant, and Alexa have become an integral part of our lives and our world, with around 2.5 billion devices worldwide currently offering these voice assistants. What started out as a novelty has transformed into an everyday aspect of our lives, from our phones to our laptops to our watches. Digital assistants are sharing our world with us, and we find them almost everywhere, including conferences, trade shows, hotels, hospitals, drive-thrus, and even our own kitchens are helping us out these days. While in conferences, they enhance people's experiences and support the exhibitors, in healthcare, they have risen from novelties to deep impact devices, making substantial progress towards serving patients. Voice assistants can perform a variety of functions after hearing a voice command. They can turn on lights, they can answer questions, they can play music, they can place online orders, and do so many more things. The primary advantage is that it allows for a hands-free, eyes-free way in which users can interact with the product while focusing their attention elsewhere. With the advancements in technology, voice assistance enables us for a more inclusive design, where a visually impaired person will be able to get the same experience as anyone else. 1 in 4 US consumers have access to a smart speaker today. That's a lot of people. The percentage of US adults that own smart speakers rose 40.3% in 2018 alone, climbing from 47.3 million to 66.4 million people during that year. Now, uses vary, but the most commonly used every month include access to streaming music, asking a question, checking the weather, and even setting a timer or alarm. Think about it. How easy is it to do that these days? Siri, set an alarm for 8 a.m. Done. The voice usage in the car is slightly more than at home. As of January this year, 2020, nearly 130 million US adults say they have used a voice assistant while driving, and about 84 million are monthly active users of the technology. You see, the unique aspect of the car compared to other devices is that the audience is captive. You've got nowhere else to go. Now, drivers don't have the freedom to use extensive touch or view content on a screen. Voice and audio are the primary input and output methods that can be safely used while driving. And voice is not just a complementary convenience while driving, as it may be on a smartphone. When we look at the adoption cycle, voice is evolving in different stages. Measured by monthly active users, we're still in the early stages of voice interactions with devices such as smartwatches. But the use of smartphones has penetrated the US population. A voice search is mature, with 2/3 of the US population using it because they're comfortable with it. The rise in voice assistant use is leading to new opportunities for organizations to connect with their customers and streamline operations while simultaneously changing consumer expectations. One industry with a lot of active experimentation of voice assistant use is healthcare. Several healthcare providers have rolled out voice interactive solutions ranging from FAQs to appointment scheduling, post-op patient reporting. Currently, 73% of voice search within the health industry ask about illness symptoms, followed by medication information with 46%, and where to find a hospital at 37%. With all the advancements and utility of voice applications, the demand for voice interaction designers or conversational designers has also soared. Now let's take a look at what the paths into voice interaction design are. Conversation design is a design language based on human conversation. The more an interface leverages human conversation, the less users need to be taught how to use it. It's a synthesis of several design disciplines, including voice user interface design, interaction design, visual design, motion design, audio design, and UX writing. There are many names to people who design voice or conversational interactions. Some companies call them conversational designer, voice user interface designer, the VUX designer, UX writer, and more. But the underlying roles and responsibilities pretty much remain the same. There is no one path to becoming a conversation designer. I've seen conversation designers who used to be in linguistics, they used to be musicians, stand-up comedians, and even engineers. Now let's for a moment focus on what a conversational or voice interaction designer does on a day-to-day basis. The role of a conversation designer is like that of an architect, mapping out what users can do in a space while considering both the user's needs and the technological constraints. They curate the conversation, defining the flow and its underlying logic in a detailed design specification that represents the complete user experience. They partner with stakeholders and developers to iterate on the designs and bring the experience to life. Conversation designers help guarantee that your interaction with the assistant isn't dull. Their job is to help make your interaction with the computer as pleasant and as humane as possible, while serving the original goal, which is of being assistants to you. What are some of the skills and qualities that a conversational or VUI designer needs? Well, in general, there are two essential qualities that a good conversation designer must have. One, you need to understand the people that you're targeting and try to form a connection by being empathetic towards their needs and their feelings. Curiosity and respect for how humans converse goes a long way. And two, an understanding of the technical limitations of speech recognition and natural language understanding. Over and above the conversation, you need to sound interesting. Plan a conversation stream, a chat flow, and of course, have a stunning design. Like most careers, the salary of a voice designer can be quite variable depending on your experience level, the company that you work for, and where in the world you're working. To help give you a better idea of what to expect or help you dream up the possibilities for where a career in voice design can take you, here's an idea of the kind of salaries that you can expect. Between $68,000 to $142,000 per year. Now, there's a steady and increasing demand for voice designers, and the ever-expanding and competitive global market means a greater need to produce fresh and enjoyable products. Some companies who are constantly looking for conversational designers include Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, there's Ford, GM, Quicken Loans, Flipkart, Geico, Apple, Honeywell, Capgemini, Deloitte, Oracle, US Bank, eBay, Nuance. Wow, the list goes on. There's so many more. There are even startups that are looking for similar roles, which means this is not limited to the US alone. You can find opportunities everywhere and anywhere. How can the Digital Assistant Academy help you? Well, Digital Assistant Academy provides training, certifications, and consultations on niche technologies, and voice interaction design specialization course is just one of them. With Digital Assistant Academy, you can become a certified voice interaction designer and learn the skills that you need to become a voice interaction designer with the experts in the industry in less than a year. You'll learn the fundamental skills required to become an expert voice interaction designer. We'll dive deeper into voice-first thinking and our voice strategies framework specifically designed for you to think like a strategist. Building blocks and the basics of voice design and voice technologies, which will help you understand the technology and its limitations as a whole. Get an understanding of the voice design process, the techniques and tools, which will help you streamline your conversation designs and interactions. Conversation design strategy and guidelines so that you can design stunning copies for your bots. There's methods to validate, measure, and optimize voice interaction performance. We believe that to learn something, you need to be hands-on. You'll get to work on 3 capstone projects: a skill deployed in Alexa, an action deployed in Google Assistant, and a chatbot deployed in your Facebook Messenger. Now, instead of creating a generic student project, we focus on the top and upcoming use cases in the voice industry. This will give you an opportunity to dive deeper into all aspects of voice design. And we will work with you every step to guide you and to make your project successful. We provide access to mentoring and a career coach throughout the specialization program, and who will guide you, keep you comfortable, accountable, help you with job interviews, portfolio reviews, and build up the negotiation skills. Now, we believe that storytelling is very important for any design role, and our career coaches will work with you on improving your storytelling skills with our workshops, which are all inclusive in the program. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your time and your interest in becoming a future voice design specialist, where your work will play a critical role in how we access information in the very near future. If you have any questions, please feel free to log onto our website at www.digitalassistant.academy. For now, from myself, Jason, until next time, cheers.